We are part of the Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Organization, and our program is called Check at School, Suicide is Preventable. According to the World Health Organization, suicide and depression are both major health concerns seen in youth across the world. There are many risk factors associated with depression and suicide, which we will aim to target in our intervention program. Suicide is one of the leading causes of death in Canada. According to Stats Canada, in 2009, about 25% of deaths from the ages 15 to 19 were caused by suicide. Some of the risk factors that we will be discussing in relation to mental health and suicide are emotional stressors, familial suicide, predisposition, and help-seeking behavior. Our program will help reduce the risks of depression, lower the rates of suicide in youth, as well as reduce the stigma associated with mental illness. This program will also inform youths about a safe environment in which they can feel comfortable to seek help. With this intervention, we want to target youths in high schools since the rates of depression and suicide are more prevalent as compared to the general population. For our program, we will be addressing high school students in Surrey. By contacting therapists who will be willing to take part in our program, they will be able to educate the teachers of the signs of possible depression and the risk factors that are associated with increased risk of depression. This program will involve 2 workshops, which will educate teachers about depression and suicide. A follow-up workshop will take place to answer questions and see whether the intervention was successful in detecting youths with depression. Prior to the workshops and after the follow-up workshop, students and teachers will be asked to complete an online survey. This survey will measure whether our program was successful in reducing the rates of suicide due to depression and increasing help-seeking behaviors. In the end of the program, a safe, stereotype-free environment is established. Help-seeking behaviors are encouraged, which enables youths to actively engage in open discussion about underlying mental health issues associated with suicide. A high degree of awareness is raised by the program, so that people in the community will pay more attention to the prevalence of suicide and depression among youth and the available healthcare services they can access. Besides that, other organizations such as Protecting Surrey Schools Together and Vine Youth Clinic are going to ensure that the community still engages in preventing depression-related suicide among youths. Our program is cost efficient because money spent on saving youth and working on their personal holistic growth is beneficial as they work and contribute to economic growth. This program will create healthier communities with lower suicide rates because there will be increased mental health and awareness of depression and suicide. The low cost utilizes school faculty to spread information to students and data is gathered via online surveys. This enables youth to distress and talk to someone they trust about their health issues. Testing in low socioeconomic areas where depression and suicide are more prevalent is key to a successful program as opposed to most studies that test in middle-class areas. This program will also support teachers in educating students with the help of professional therapists. Our main measures are through online surveys that indicate knowledge and awareness of suicide and depression. Rates of suicide prior and after intervention will also be measured. Teachers' degree of involvement in monitoring symptoms in students via online surveys will be followed up during the follow-up period. Our goal is to reduce stigma attached to suicide and depression by 20%, as well as increase rates of help-seeking behavior by 20% over the next year. We also aim to reduce suicide rates in youth by 5%. Your engagement in this intervention program is valuable. Although most cases of suicide and depression are not reported, the prevalence is still significant among high school students. Therefore, your help would be greatly beneficial in reducing risks associated with suicide and depression, as well as aiding those who are at risk and experiencing symptoms of mental health issues.